Adrian, coming into now this next round of the season, after a break, still looking for the first win. What has your side been working on this last week?
We've really been just focusing on ourselves, our game model and style, and not having a game last week has enabled us to really reflect inwardly and try and perfect some of the things that we are trying to do when we're out on the park playing our style of football.
And it's been a tough start to the season, not just on the pitch, but not having your best players out there must be quite frustrating. But the last, couple of games, you slowly start regaining them. How big of a bonus is that? And not just getting them back, but getting minutes on the park.
Yeah, it has been difficult to try and get everyone on the park fit and healthy and get minutes into players. But I feel like we are not far off clicking. We're not far off having our full squad available as well. And as you mentioned, I feel like we've been building in the last couple of weeks. Obviously still chasing that first win of the season. But I think there's been more positive signs than negative signs in our last few games.
We saw that in Brisbane, tough pitch, away from home, and you really put up a fight against one of the standout teams that start the competition. What do you take away after a game like that?
Yeah, take a lot of confidence out of that game. We thought we did enough to get a result, but probably could have lost as well. So a draw, probably a fair result in the end. And yeah, just a lot of belief as well that our best is good enough. We just need to bring it more consistently across the 90 minutes.
And a lot of talent in attack. Chelsea Dorber joins the club again, and she's much more than just a proficient goal scorer. She's a bit of us here as a glue that can bring an attack like that together. Do you view her like that, and what do you expect from her this season?
Well, we were super keen to get Chelsea back and glad that she wanted to come back and play for Adelaide again. So, and she's been nothing short of fantastic on and off the pitch since she's returned. You can see that she's really grown and developed as a person and as a footballer after 2 years abroad. She's come back fitter and stronger, and I think she's really close to having a big impact and a breakout game in the not too distant future.
And you can't ignore the opposition, obviously, having changed coach since the last time out with Kat Smith coming in, a coach you've obviously come up against before. What do you think of that change, and what do you expect from a Kat Smith coach, Western United?
Yeah, we always look at our opposition and try and analyse for advantages and opportunities for us and where they can threaten. So, but like I said, regardless of the coach or the opposition, we've spent most of the last 2 weeks just focusing on ourselves and what we can do, the way we want to play, and where we think we can get improvements and get better as a squad.
Adrian, you signed a couple of young players just yesterday on youth development scholarship contracts. One of them, Miley Grigg, straight into the squad named yesterday in the 20. What can you tell us about Miley? She's very young, but great talent.
Yeah, Miley, as you mentioned, she's still in school, so quite young. Got her braces off yesterday as well too, so beautiful smile. But she's been training with us for the majority of the year, as has Sian, as have a number of girls through that NTC program. So we saw an opportunity to bring in a couple on youth development contracts this week, and she gets an opportunity to play. And like I've always said, it doesn't really matter how experienced you are or what your age is or what your footballing background is. If you're performing well at training, you'll be given an opportunity to play. And Miley's been performing really well at training for someone so young for a good period of time now. So I'm excited to see what she can do if she gets an opportunity out on the park.
The only other time the girls have faced Western United was April last year. Obviously didn't get the win. What's the plans heading into this weekend?
Yeah, well, if you look at Western United and their history over a short period of time in this competition, they're a hard team to score against, so they put a high premium on defensive action and defending as a team. So I feel like it's going to be a tight affair with maybe a few chances. So we're going to have to really make the most of any opportunities that come our way. Forecast for tomorrow is a little interesting as well. There's a bit of wind, a bit of rain, a bit of everything around. So we'll see how that plays into the game as well. But we're expecting a really tough contest. They've got some good experienced players and they've been playing together for a period of time now as well. So we'll need to be on our best if we want to get something out of it.
Adrian, we saw in the men's league there was about a 2-hour half time because of lightning. Do you have any plans for for an extended break potentially come tomorrow?
Well, believe it or not, it's happened to us before. It's happened to us in Sydney when we played out at Manly a few years ago and had a bit of a lightning delay. So we're just going to focus on what we can control. It's a boring answer, but we'll just focus on that, and hopefully it's enough. If we're consistent enough across 90 minutes, hopefully it's enough to get us the result.
Thank you.
All right.